Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Color X Malice Unlimited, and we are still in Enomoto's Rat. I don't know where the hell we left off, because it's been a hot minute since I got to play. See, this is why I record in advance, because life gets in the way and literally beats you over the head, and Lord. Anyway, so I do remember that we were in the middle of this scene, and it was like, this is going on forever, and we're going to be here like for an hour. There will be 2 clicks, and then we'll be ready to move on, and it could have been done in the last part, but look, it is what it is. If I think, oh, it'll be done in like a minute, it takes 20 minutes. If I think it's going to take like, oh my god, it's going on forever, it's 2 seconds. So, whatever. Anyway. Mineo directed a beaming smile at Kazuki, who looked away. I know Kazuki's trying to get out of him what kind of a gift he wants, so anyway. Sometimes I want to punch you in your stupid face. Yeah? What the heck? Hey, Spacey, is he going through a rebellious streak? I kept eating my pizza, not looking at Mineo in the eye. Not looking Mineo in the eye. I said at looking. No, not looking Mineo in the eye. Yeah, I can't read. Whatever. Huh. Wait, what's going on? Did I step on a landmine? Enomoto, you're a good guy, but... Look, I can't read minds. Come on, if there's something you're trying to say... Never mind. Both said at the same time. That's cold, Hoshinos. We were all eating pizza together like friends just a second ago. Mineo sadly chewed on a slice of pizza. I feel a little bad for him. He didn't actually even do anything wrong. I hoped he'd forgive us for this. Kazuki probably agreed, and he had been much more aggressive than I. Enomoto said he wanted to hear our new song, so we're going to keep practicing after we finish eating. You're still going? Yeah, I'm in a good groove right now, so I want to polish it up while I can. I'm in college, so you can't complain, right? I want to make a good song, too. Okay, then. I didn't want to be an obstacle to Kazuki, now that he was learning to accept Akito's fate. As they moved to leave, Shiki glanced over at Enomoto. I don't want to leave Kazuki's sister all alone, so make sure you stay with her. No, yeah, you should stay over at Mineo's place tonight. I'd feel better if you did. Huh? But I'm counting on you, Mineo. Kazuki had been upset just a moment earlier, but Mineo beamed when my brother asked him for a favor. He's like, you should stay at his house. There you go. Now I have sex with my sister, goddammit. Kazuki is like, I know exactly what your boyfriend wants for his birthday, but like, I mean, if I gotta pretend to ask him if he wants a book or a scarf, fine, but like, dude, you got it, man. I'll take full responsibility for her. You will? I don't really want to read, like, sexy noises from Enomoto. I just can't do it in that voice. I just can't take him seriously. Look, I love him. He is a sweetheart, okay? I'll give him that. But, like, the poor man got the bad voice treatment, like... It's just a voice, but like I can't be like, oh, you're so sexy. Okay, that's just weird. I just can't do it. It's so cringy. All my voices are cringy, whatever. And that's good. You can have him tell you what you wanted to hear. Shiki whispered the last bit in my ear. I knew he was doing me a favor, but I've never stayed over at Mineo's place before. I didn't know what would happen next, but now birthday presents were the last thing on my mind. I love how every man in this room is like, there you go. And she's like, oh no, I'm so afraid. Oh dear God, girl. Have you never, like, touched a boy before? Like, the sweet innocent, she's not 15. Like, I mean, and I get, like, you're not sometimes experienced in your early 20s, but maybe it's because I'm so fucking old that I'm so jaded at this point that when you play these games, and she's like, I'm like 25 and like, he held my hand and I'm so embarrassed. Oh, good Lord. Oh, come on. It's not cute. It's kind of weird. Like, it'd be fine every once in a while. Like, if there were certain characters, you're like, I get it if it's the character. It's just all of them are like that. See? We could have done this in the last part, but like, whatever. Here we are. 2 heads are better than 1. Clearly not, because we couldn't get out of you what you wanted for your birthday, but... Mineo had boldly declared that he'd take full responsibility for me, but since we parted ways with Kazuki and Shiki, he'd gotten silent and not said a single word until we arrived at his apartment. Because he's nervous now. He's like, oh my god. Is that a fucking Ishiki poster in the background? That's fucking amazing. I love it. Thanks for being patient. Here's some tea. He's nervous because look, he's even blushing. He's like, there's a girl in my apartment. Oh my god. Oh my god, you put the two dumbest characters together. Like, I don't hate her, but like, I do hate her, like, super naive innocence. Because, like, it's just... Oh, but then you put her with him. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord, it's gonna be ridiculous. Thanks. Mineo sat down across from me. Then the awkward silence resumed. We both watched the steam rise from the cups of tea. So awkward. Only you two! This is not like a first date. You've been together for months. Shouldn't be this awkward. It was uncommon for Mineo to have nothing to say. I breathed in the steam, then took a sip of tea. When I swallowed, the gulp was audible in the silence. I was waiting for him to say something. Anything. I looked up, about to say something, but Mineo kept staring at the hot water. We can't keep this up all night. This was starting to stress me out, so I looked around the room instead. I'd helped Mineo move in, but this was the first time I'd seen it since he'd cleaned up. Like, you've never even been to his apartment at all. Like, we moved in and it's been months. There are scale models of castles on a shelf. The shelf over here is a figure of Date Masamune, I think. I wasn't too knowledgeable about Japanese history, but the entire room had a very Japanese feel to it. There was a bookshelf full of historical references, biographies, and period fiction. I also saw some shirts poking out of the closet. He did say give me just 1 minute before he let me in, and I could hear him scrambling. He might have just thrown all his clothes inside. It was easy to imagine, and when I did, I found myself smiling. That'd be me. I'd be like, just don't go in my bedroom. There's fucking laundry everywhere. Sometimes it's just easier, instead of throwing into the thing, I'm like, that's where all the sheets are. I just throw like my shirts and stuff on the floor, because like then it's just easier to grab them and throw them in the laundry. Look, Corona has made me do weird shit. That's just that's the underwear pile. That's the shirt pile. It's just easier than throwing it in your laundry and then doing it, you know? I gotta wash my lounge clothes more often. Ah, crap. I heard Mineo mutter something to himself, and I looked back over at him. Most of the time it's actually cleaner than this, but I've just been so busy lately I haven't had time to clean. That is literally my excuse all the time. I haven't had time to clean. What do you do all day? Nothing. So you could clean? No. That would just be ridiculous. Why would I clean when I'm spending my time doing nothing? Mineo's shoulders sagged as he saw me looking around the room. Yeah, if I know you were coming over, I'd have cleaned up until it was spotless, and then I would have gotten a cake and some expensive tea ready. Expensive tea? I like this tea just fine, though. No, I was too naive. I should have made every possible preparation for an attack like this. This isn't war, Mineo. I should offer perfect hospitality, even if I get ambushed. That's what a real man does. Right. Such a fucking weirdo. Mineo was energetically talking now, as if the awkward silence earlier hadn't happened. I was relieved that he was back to his usual self. Still, it feels kind of weird having you over. Am I causing trouble for you? Heck no. I'm really happy, actually. So am I. The atmosphere was warm and comfortable. Then Mineo changed the subject. This is a good chance for us to discuss something more serious. Do you mind? Oh god. Okay, this is a weird... Sometimes you just let things happen. We don't have to discuss them. I sat up straight as I noticed some tension in Mineo's expression. Go ahead. Well, as long as I'm a police officer, you know that I'm going to meet a lot of victims and assailants. Some of them might try to hurt me with words or worse. Just like when I tried to stop Ogata, I might get hurt and make you cry. I was reminded of the moment when Mineo had grabbed a knife to stop Ogata from killing himself. There was a spray of blood, his face contorted in pain. I can never forget that sight. I don't want to do anything that makes you cry, but I also want to continue this career, and not because of some childish dream. When I'm on the scene, I find that I'm more calm and collected than I used to be, but I know that I haven't changed at my core. I think that when I'm in the heat of the moment, my body will move on its own and throw myself into danger. But for you, that means... Mineo, you're too kind. I was painfully aware of how much consideration he was showing for me. But I had a spine, too. You're right, I'd be sad if you got hurt. But it's kind of the man I fell in love with. He isn't the type to hesitate and trip over himself when someone needs his help. He obeys to his instincts and charges in when they tell him it's the right thing to do. I want to stay by the side of the man who does all of those things. Spacey, I'm a police officer too, so I'm more than prepared for that to happen.
I see. I guess I was worrying for nothing.
Mineo shook his head, grinning bitterly. No, you weren't. I know it could happen, but I'm not confident to say that I'd just be able to grit my teeth through it all. Well, of course not, but...
Well, we'll just have to do...
Yeah, God, well.
We'll just have to both do our best not to let it happen. I don't want to see you get hurt either.
I'll be careful.
Yeah, I was thinking that I needed to have a proper discussion with you in case it were to happen. I was like, I need to talk about serious stuff, okay? I might get hurt on the job.
Yeah, I mean, you're a cop. That's a given. Like, yeah, possibility. It's like...
Well, I'm a firefighter and I might have to rush into a burning building.
What? No, why? Why would you do that? Like, I appreciate... I know where he's coming from, but it's just kind of funny. He's like,
you know, as a cop, I might get hurt. I'm like,
no. Like, yes, I'm aware. And I appreciate you, like, bringing it to the forefront of my mind in case I'm delusional. And I'm like, nope, never gonna happen. So me, right, I just want you to know. Yeah, I know. You have to tell me these things directly because I will just pretend, like, but I don't understand. How did this happen? And they're like, seriously? Yes, because I live in a delusional, crazy fantasy world where bad things don't happen. Because bad things happen all the time in real life and it sucks. But it's kind of funny at the same time. Like, not many people are as delusional as me, so... Our jobs carried a measure of risk, and we went to work prepared for that danger. In his own way, Mineo was trying to reflect on that.
Work's important, but we don't have to be cops 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
You pushing that one, though.
You know me. Sometimes I let down my guard in front of you, or act like an idiot.
Okay, no, true. I'll give you that. You do. I know it'd be exhausting to be on edge all the time.
Yeah, so miso soup every morning.
Huh? As Mineo was trying to express his next thought, his phone rang.
This is the worst timing!
Just answer it. Don't mind me.
I definitely can't just ignore you. This is the chance of a lifetime.
Miso soup is fucking amazing. What if it's work? Just pick up the phone.
Okay. This is Inamoto.
Inamoto picked up the phone with a gloomy expression, exchanged a few words, and hung up.
Satake's calling for backup. There's a robbery, so I need to head out.
All right, please be careful. Mineo stood up, but was still looking at me like he wanted to say something. This would be awkward, though. Like, if you're hanging out at someone's house and they're like, oh, I gotta go to work. Like, work call. Yeah, understandable. And you're like, I'll just stay here. First time ever. Like, when you've been dating long enough, you're like, oh, do you mind? Like, I can go home. No, I stay here, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you might leave your significant other in your apartment because you've been dating for a while. This is the first time we're staying over at his house, and he's like, okay, bye. This is where the awkward, she's like, I feel awkward about this. This is a little awkward. Should I go home? Do I stay? What do I do? It gets always awkward the first time you're at someone's house. You're like, can I just go grab, like, you get to a point where you're comfortable and you're just go grab a cup, like, I go to my sister's house and like grab my own coffee, like, whatever. Like, because you're comfortable. But, like, if you never go somewhere, you're like, so you're just sitting there, you're like, is it okay if I can just help myself to, you know what I mean? There's that weird interim where you're like, I am not comfortable enough poking around your cabinets, getting myself something, you know? You get to a certain level when you're friends and you're, like, going through all their shit, and you're like, where the fuck are your glasses? And you're just, you know, and you're just comfortable, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Like, your friends still offer you, like, oh, you want a drink? But you know your way around their kitchen to get your cup yourself or whatever, and they help themselves. You know what I mean? Like, my friend comes over, and if she's gonna, like, cook or something, she just, like, helps her. So, like, where's this? Where's that? But, like, fucking touch whatever you want in my kitchen. I don't give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? We're not at that stage yet, so this is awkward. This is the awkward part. Like, I'm just gonna sit here. Can I touch the remote on your TV? Is that okay? How do I work that? Everybody's TV's different. What if you have one of those weird universal remotes and you're like, what are all these fucking buttons? How do I just turn on the cable? Like, which was the DVD player? Where's the Crunchyroll button? Like, anyway. Mineo stood up, but was still looking at me like he wanted to say something.
This always happens to me. My life has the worst sense of timing.
Oh my god. That is literally... Oh my god, how do I screenshot this? That is like my life right fucking there. Inamoto gets me.
I was trying really hard to have a serious talk. Wish it would pay off for once.
Yeah, but we got through it. It did. Don't worry. He seems to be concerned about what he'd been trying to say earlier. He was mumbling his words. Something about miso soup?
Okay, hold on. I think it's this one. My guide just closed down, but it's the you want to cook.
Do you want to make miso soup together?
Huh? Oh, is that your answer to my question from earlier?
Well, you were saying something about miso soup, so I figured you wanted to make some.
Oh, that. Yeah, of course you'd think that, wouldn't you?
Mineo barked a dry laugh, then seemed to shrink. What were you really trying to say?
He said something about a drink. He has it every morning. I was tripping all over my words. Just forget it. I'll tell you next time. Oh, Satake's calling again. All right, see you later.
Take care. And then this way you get all sexy, and then when he comes back, you're like, hey, babe. She wouldn't do that shit. I watched Mineo go, then realized something. What should I do now? Should I just wait here for him to come home? Also, you didn't stop at your own house, so, like, you don't have a toothbrush, you don't have pajamas, like, you're gonna do sleep in your work clothes? Because, hi, I know she goes to the locker room, quote-unquote, to, like, change her clothes. Bitch is always wearing her work uniform, come on. Unsure what to do when someone else is home while the host was away, I just sat there. At least the boys changed their clothes. We always wear the same outfit. I could feel sleepiness settling in, so I mentally apologized and borrowed Mineo's bath. After bathing, I rested on the sofa. Could you imagine if you just napped in his bed and he came home and you were in his bed? In the end, Mineo didn't return until dawn.
I said I'd take full responsibility and then I left you all alone. Now I've really done it. Seppuku's the only proper course of action.
Oh, dear God. Work called, so there was no avoiding it. Anyway, are you hungry?
He's like, you didn't even...
He's like, you're not actually gonna do it.
Stop. Oh.
I smiled, seeing Mineo's hands immediately go to his belly. Sure looks like it. I made breakfast using what you had in the fridge, which was nothing. Sorry that I borrowed your things without asking first.
It's all good. So, what did you make?
Nothing impressive. Just take a seat. I'll have it out in a moment. Yeah, nothing impressive because you have nothing.
Okay.
He might have food, who knows. I went back to the kitchen, then brought Mineo a tray of rice, miso soup, and grilled mackerel. Okay, this is the weird... Like, I know it's just weird to me. Like, I have a very strange thing with there are certain things you can eat for breakfast and there's certain things you can't. And, like, rice and fish for breakfast just seems so weird to me. Like, but yet you can have ham. Ham in an omelet or something, that's fine. Chicken is a little, like, it really depends. It's still iffy. But, like, there's just certain things that, like, I'm not a huge steak person, but, like, bacon, like, I don't know what it is. There's just certain things that I'm just like, for breakfast? Fucking really? Like, it's weird. I don't know why. I don't know why. But, like, fuck that. You can eat pancakes anytime you fucking want. But then again, some people are like, pancakes for breakfast. Because, like... Or waffles. You're like, that's why you can eat them anytime. It's basically dessert. Anyway. I get it. It's a cultural thing. But it's like, it's also me, a personal thing. Like, some people will be like, yeah, I have like steak and eggs for breakfast. And you're like, I mean, I'm not a steak person, but I'm also just like, steak for breakfast seems a little heavy. Like, I don't know. But that's what you should. You're supposed to eat like, you know, like you're not supposed to eat like a huge heavy meal at dinner time, right? I mean, well, okay, that changes left and right. It's like, well, you're supposed to eat, like, breakfast is the most important meal. Or no, skipping breakfast is better. Or no, this is better. That's better. Everybody's body is different, okay? Whatever works for you. But, like, not everyone can fast. And not everyone works better on a huge breakfast. Like, whatever. But I just, like me, certain foods I can't eat for breakfast. It's weird. Or, like, people putting chicken on a waffle. Like, I like chicken and I like waffles. But chicken and waffle, fucking gross. It's fucking weird. I can't, no. Anyway.
This is miso soup.
Which is fucking amazing. Never had it for breakfast, though. You're obsessed with miso soup last night, so I made some.
Fixated? I'll get it right next time.
Get what right?
It's a secret.
I mean, he did say he has miso soup for breakfast every morning, but I don't understand. It is gonna be like you are a fucking crazy person, but we ate breakfast together, then I went home. It was my first time staying over, though I was only able to spend a short time with Mineo. Can't believe I got so worked up just because I was under my boyfriend's roof.
You didn't even see him, so...
Girl, she's got some things coming to her, huh? I tried sleeping on the floor first, but I kept tossing and turning. Eventually, I borrowed a blanket and settled down on the sofa. It smelled like Mineo. It felt like he was holding me in his arms. Ugh, so embarrassing. Oh my god, I'd spent a sleepless night rolling around in his blanket, but I would keep that secret to myself. Her brother's gonna be like, so did you like? 4:15, 4:39 p.m. He's gonna be like, yeah, you gotta, yeah. She's like, I slept on the couch. The fuck was he at work? Our brother's gonna give up on us. There were fears that others might try to copycat crimes like Somaya had done, but so far that fear hadn't materialized. That didn't mean we could relax, however. We've been asked to step up our neighborhood patrols, so SRCPO had increased patrols in the areas that residents pointed out to us.
Hey, isn't that Enomoto?
Why can't I get his voice right? I feel like it's changed since, like, doing, like, Okazaki. That's who we did before this. And, like, now. I don't know. Anyway. I was on patrol with Mochida when he pointed ahead. I spotted Mineo, Satake, and a boy who looked like he was in high school. Where have I seen that boy before? As I was wondering that, Mineo noticed us approaching.
Hey!
Hello! Long time no see! Huh? Oh! When the boy turned and bowed to me, I finally recalled the last time I had seen him. It had been while I was pursuing the X-Day cases. I'd happened upon him while he was being shaken down for money. I'm glad you're alright. What's going on today?
Nothing much. Someone called out to us and look who it turned out to be. He said he wants to become a police officer like me, so I was giving him a few tips.
I'm studying hard at school, but I wanted to know if there was anything else I should be doing.
Hey, that's impressive. So I bet you gave him some pro tips, eh?
Yes, he said I need to make sure to lift weights daily so that I'm prepared physically, too. Okay. What else? He also taught me that it's important to eat and sleep a lot.
Right. Well, that is important for any human being.
Yeah. Mineo had been recruited into field ops more quickly than most people, so I was sure they had more to offer than that. Can't skip on the fundamentals, though. I wouldn't have known how to react, but the boy had apparently taken all of Mineo's advice at face value. We're up all, us and Mochida are like, sure. Eat and sleep. That sounds like normal human behavior. Mineo might be a fucking alien.
That's how you pass for human. I mean, that's how you become a good cop.
Basically, Officer Enomoto is saying that I need to keep my health in peak condition.
Yeah, exactly. If you get sick or hurt, you can't work as a police officer after all.
I mean, good advice for normal humans, too.
Yes, sir! I'm gonna do my best. Don't look up to him too much. Enomoto's a weirdo. Hey, Satake! You don't just say that, but it's true.
Sorry. I was literally gonna read Satake's next line as like, truth hurts. But he just said, it's just the truth. Close enough. I'm so proud right now.
You seem like a good kid, though. See a bright future ahead for you.
I can't do his voice. I don't know. Whatever. Thank you, officer! When someone looked like Satake did, it was easy for them to give off the impression that someone would expect from a veteran detective. I'm gonna start running today! The boy then jogged away, his eyes brimming with youthful enthusiasm. There's still people saying that the police are useless, so it's nice to hear from people like that for a change.
Yeah, it's important to have goals. When I lost my role model, I felt like I had nowhere to go for a while. If I can be a role model for someone else, then it motivates me to try harder.
You're right. There is that saying about being comforted by looking at a man's back.
Yep. Hey, good one. You know me so well.
As he said that, I felt eyes watching me from behind. Turn around, those two are just like, you like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? That's the face I imagine. That's my face, is that fucking SpongeBob.
Anyway, hey, when you see those two next to each other, doesn't it remind you of that time? I was just thinking the same thing. Life never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, he's talking about... I stared off into the distance, past the duo, as I recalled the past. Scrubs moment. One day, on lunch break, after Mineo had just been reinstated, he had summoned me, Satake, and Mochida without preamble. This is a rather odd combination. I was next to Mochida and Satake, who exchanged greetings. We waited for Mineo to arrive.
Pardon me.
Mineo arrived with a stiff expression on his face and stood next to me.
Thank you, esteemed colleagues, for taking time out of your busy schedules to congress with...
It's like he just went through a fucking thesaurus.
Oh, with me on this fine afternoon. Esteemed colleagues. Congress with me.
How would you pronounce it in that sentence? Is it just Congress? Is it Congress? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes words are said differently, but I've never, like, used it in that sentence before. Use it as, like, Congress. It's a thing. Like, it's a government thing. That's all you... That's why it's called that, obviously. But, like, anyway.
My name's Officer Mineo Enomoto, newly reinstated to Field Operations Unit 2.
I wasn't the only one confused by Mineo's introduction. Or, like, what the fuck is he being all formal for?
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to make your acquaintances. Like, you know us.
Hey, Satake, what's going on? Sometimes even I have no idea.
Mineo continued. It wasn't clear if he'd heard the other two talking.
They look at me. I don't know. I've reported into Detective Satake already, but I don't believe I've formally introduced myself to Mr. Mochida. Once again, I look forward to learning from and working alongside you. Okay.
You've made Mochida confused. He can't handle it. He's a simple man. Mochida replied blankly. Mineo's gaze grew distant.
Hoshino and I met on a cold December night, frigid enough that our breath was fine white mist. At that time, I hadn't the faintest clue what to do next, so I surrendered my destiny to time's unpredictable current.
This sounds more like something he would say. I have a feeling this is going to take a while. As we watched, bemused, Mineo launched into a passionate tale, complete with pantomime hand gestures.
Thus goes the tale of how Hoshino and I became a couple, brought together by the fickle bonds of fate.
It had been a story of how he and I met. Mineo glossed over some parts involving Adonis and the collar, but it was otherwise accurate. I want to run and hide. I'd considered stopping him midway, but didn't have it in me to interrupt him. Why is he telling these two everything about us anyway? Thank God you hadn't had sex with him yet. He would have fucking graphically described that too, and I'd have had to read it. Mineo watched Satake and Mochida as they stood there with 100 questions.
I know you may doubt my capacity to be a man who can shoulder Hoshino's burdens, but I'd go through hell and high water for her. And no matter what, I'm here for Hoshino.
Here, for Hoshino. I don't know why I mumbled that anyway.
Okay then. Wow, amazing.
Mineo bowed towards the two men, who were taken aback by his earnestness and vigor, and confused as fuck. Earnestness and vigor. I can't read today. I can't pronounce words.
I hope that you'll acknowledge my sincerity, and I look forward to working with you both.
After a long, awkward silence, Satake slowly spoke. Is he like, are you just letting us know that FYI, we're dating, I just want you to know and be aware, so like... But you didn't have to go into a 3-hour-long spiel.
So, what's up? You guys getting married?
What?
Well, we're supposed to report to our superiors if we're in a relationship, right? And that's why I called you all here. I figured I'd get it out of the way. Frickin' drama queen! Ouch! Hey, what was that for? I was just obeying regulations.
Look at Mochida's face, though. I love it. Satake is like, the actual fuck. I feel like that's his always face, but like Mochida's face right now. For some reason, it's just like, oh, these fucking nerds. Mochida, who's totally obsessively in love with, like, I love my wife so much, and my kid, like, he's such a family man, and he so loves his family, and yet he is like, so there's a look in his eyes that's like, oh, that's how much I love my wife, but also, but you guys are fucking nerds. I know I'm reading into it because it's just his face, and they use that expression for everything, but it's just what I imagine is going on in his head right now. He's like, oh, it's so cute, but they're such dweebs. Well, Enomoto is. Mochida chuckled, recalling the melodramatic scene.
It was like a kid asking a father for his daughter's hand in marriage. He's like, oh. Boy gets serious about the oddest things. In this day and age, there are hardly any guys that are so uptight that actually summon their superiors and report a relationship to them. I told my boss when I married my wife, but I didn't give him our life story. Well, you know, I wanted to give you the whole story so that you can make an informed decision. Oh, on the off chance you were going to say no, I wanted to present a really solid case. They're like, we don't give a shit. We just need to know. So for like any kind of HR shit, they're like, are you dating someone in the building? Yes. Okay, cool. Just look, it's important, you know. I guess I failed though.
Mineo, I think you really showed us how much you care about your job. You came off as very sincere.
I was trying to tell them how much I care about you.
Oh, you don't do things halfway. That's one of your strong points. That's an understatement.
Really? If you think so, then it must have been the right choice. Anyway, we could definitely tell that you two get along. If that's what you did to report that you're dating, what do you do when you get married? I'm not sure if I'm worried or looking forward to seeing it. Talk about mixed feelings.
Also, Take, I kind of feel the same. Like, I organized my report, turned it into Mochita, and took a break. Huh. I feel like I forgot something. Oh, right. The birthday present. I began to panic. His birthday's the day after tomorrow. I need to buy it today or tomorrow before it's too late. I'd actually slept over at Mineo's at this point, so I should have gotten some hint. I recall a bottle of chestnut sochu in a cabinet, but Mineo can't hold his liquor. Also, in the bathroom there was some fancy yuzu-scented soap that smelled nice. I couldn't think of anything that would make a good gift. I think it's funny that he's got like something, because yuzu is like a citrus, I think. I think I have some yuzu candy from Japan. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's like a citrusy. So it's just like really funny. I can just imagine being like, I like this fancy citrus soap. That's so cute. Like, I don't want to give him a misguided gift, but I'm nearly out of time. Still, there's no time to worry about appearances. I should just ask him directly. I made a painful decision, then texted Mineo to ask him if we could walk home together.
You're awfully quiet today. Something happened at work.
I just want to know, what do you want for your birthday?
I can't say that on a public street.
No, work's just work.
You're making a face, though. Maybe...
I hadn't even said anything, but I felt a shiver of dread, thinking that I'd given it away already. Oh, he is going to be like, oh my god, you're going to break up with me. I just wanted to know what you wanted for your birthday, dumbass.
Did you have trouble sleeping last night? I left you all alone in my apartment.
Ah! He wasn't wrong, and it caused me to break out in a cold sweat. I'm fine. I borrowed a blanket and slept on your sofa.
You didn't have to do that. You should use my bed next time.
I don't know about sleeping in someone's bed without asking them first.
Oh, okay. Then it must be...
I was relieved that I'd fended off his questions. It was time to get to the point. So I'm doing an informal survey. I decided to frame it in a way that wouldn't be too obvious, which just makes it even more obvious. What would Amanda around your age like to get as a present? But I ended up blurting out the question anyway.
Well, that's sudden. Are you getting someone a present?
Huh? No, I can't really get into it. Oh no, maybe he figured it out. No, he's not. Look, he's smart on the job. But when it comes to, like, this shit outside real world, he's an idiot. But it would probably literally be me, somebody like, well, so what would someone like you want as a gift? Like, maybe they like this. What? Well, it depends. Who are you buying a gift for? Why not? Nobody ever wants to buy me a gift. Like, right over my head. So I kind of, oh god, I am Enomoto, aren't I? Oh, that's really sad. I don't think I'm that dumb, but maybe.
He's like, you're getting someone else a gift.
No, he definitely knows. I mean, you weren't being... He does not.
Hey.
Yes?
What sort of relationship are we talking here? Do you want my opinion as a lover or as a friend?
As a lover, then. Please.
He's like,
oh my god, we just destroyed this man.
Okay, let me think.
Huh. Wait, did he really not figure it out? Also, aren't you a little worried that we're asking you as a boyfriend, what would you get a boyfriend as a gift?
Huh. Wait, do you have another boyfriend?
No. So you must be asking for a friend. He's gonna jump through all these fucking logic hoops. No way, of course he noticed. Holidays are important to Mineo.
If it were me, I'd want to spend more time with my significant other, I think.
Oh. My eyes widened at the unexpected answer. Yeah, hi.
Like, you know, alone. Naked. In bed.
Like playing Twister, like... right over her head.
Even if two people see each other every day, things would be different on a special day. Heck, she probably doesn't need to do anything.
Just being together would be more than enough. You could make him a nice dinner. Be like, I wanted to get you a present, but I didn't know what to get you, so we'll go out shopping later. Or, you know, I could just put a bow on. Be your present. I see. Yeah. Did that help your survey? Yes. Although he doesn't think that's odd. Okay. He's an adorable idiot. I always overthink these things. I should have thought about how he'd feel. The most important thing is that Mineo's happy. As I scolded myself, my eyes happened to drift to the bag Mineo had slung over his shoulder. The metal parts are all worn out. A bag is useful, and he'd probably be happy to get a new one, too. When Mineo smiled, that made me happy, too. Just being together made me feel confident. Perhaps that was what Mineo was trying to tell me. When I arrived home, I started planning for the day after tomorrow. We both have work that day, so we won't be able to take our time until the evening. I was irritated that we'd only have a limited amount of time to spend together. Mineo thinks that I'm precious to him. That's cute. Her family is as precious as my own. I want to protect what's important to her. He's so beautiful in this. And Kazuki's so adorable. Just want to squeeze him and hold him. It's okay, I'll protect you because Akito's not here. Akito's still my precious, but... They went for Kazuki as well. Mineo sincerely cared for him. I'm happy to do whatever I can to help you, but don't think about it causing trouble for me. He'd accepted my weaknesses, too. And he's sexy as fuck right now. Sometimes you need to risk your life to protect others, but other times lending an ear or a few words of encouragement is enough to save them. You're in a position to protect people, even if you do it in a different way than I do. It all comes from the same place, right? Whenever I felt faint of heart, he lent me a helping hand. I couldn't count the number of times that Mineo had been there to back me up. Since we started dating, I've fallen even harder for him. And it's his birthday, so I want to grant his wish. Girl, are we getting there? He wants to spend time together, right? I heard a noise from the entrance and saw that Kazuki was home. Please don't go. So, like, you think I should have sex with Mineo on his birthday? Ah! Kazuki's like, why? I tried to give you that hint, but you don't have to say it directly. Hey, Kazuki? Now is the time to act. Oh god, don't bring it up to your brother. I mean, maybe you have that weird relationship. 4:17, 7 p.m. I mean, I'm just saying, that'd be kind of funny if that's where it goes. But also, I think that's where it should go. But also, oh my god, the fact that you are... Did you really have... I hope you didn't have that conversation with your brother, even though your brother was hinting at it. Oh, I only had 2 days to decide how I'd spend Mineo's birthday with him. I visited Mineo's apartment with bags full of various items, including his gift. You could fit yourself in a bag one. Thanks for holding the groceries. No worries. I'm carrying more stuff than usual today. I brought a lot of things with me today. I'm looking forward to tonight. I think I'll start by making dinner. Want me to help? You can rest. I'm your host today. You're the host? Seriously? And my girlfriend's actually here to celebrate my birthday. It's a dream come true. It's like I have a girlfriend for the first time in my life. And it's on my birthday. Like, all we had to do was say yes to going out with him. That's the best birthday gift he's ever going to get, poor thing. Oh. It's a poor, adorable nerd. Don't be so dramatic. Just sit back and relax. Okay. Just call me if you need anything. Okay. I borrowed Mineo's kitchen and started taking out the things I brought with me. I hope it didn't fall apart. The first item was a plastic container filled with mini roll cakes. I wanted to make a large custard, but I couldn't carry that with me, and it'd be difficult to keep chilled. So I'd use sponge cake and caramel to make roll cakes with custard and cream filling. That sounds fucking delicious. Next, to decorate it with the strawberries I cut up at home. I finished decorating the cake, then put it in the refrigerator. Next is dinner. I took out various ingredients, intending to make a hearty... It's so many letters and my brain can't read it right now. Chira shizushi? Sushi? Shizushi. Chira shizushi? Chira shizushi. I don't know why, because when I was reading it, I got to chira shi, and then my brain just broke, and I had to go back and read, like, chira shizushi. Long words take me a while to just, like, it'd be like trying to read you're like, Wait, you know what I mean? Short words I can get. Long words is like, hold on, wait. I gotta get the cheetah in my head, and then shizushi, and then I can do it. Like, first I'll make the shredded omelet. On a bed of rice, I place seasoned vegetables, meat, and the egg. Then comes the shrimp and a garnish of shredded seaweed. There. That was like garnish of shredded cheese? Seaweed. Okay. Well, I would... So fucking American. Shredded cheese. No. And I'm not even a huge cheese... I like cheese, but like... I'm not a huge fan of cooked cheese. Like, I don't know what it is, but grilled cheese is fine. I don't like a lot of cheese on my pizza, but... Shredded cheese. That's all I think of when you say shredded. Anyway. The finished cheetah shizushi... Yeah, was colorful and worthy of a birthday dinner. Thanks for waiting, Mineo. Dinner's ready. I have never heard of that before, but now I'm curious. Oh, could you stop saying cheetah shizushi? Because it's so hard for me to say. Anyway, you don't really get to eat stuff like this when you live alone. While Mineo admired the main course, I went back to the kitchen and took the cake out of the refrigerator. Happy birthday! Oh, tanjoubi omedetou. I carefully carried the cake to the table so as not to make the tower fall over. Mineo's jaw fell open. Whoa, this is amazing! You set the roll cake up like a pyramid. It looks so fucking cute with the little chocolate stars. What the fuck? I love it. I want one. They're filled with flan. Oh, just a second. I'll light the candles. Well, there's only one, but I stuck one candle in the cake. 24 would be too difficult, then lit the wick. Here you go. Wow. I haven't blown out candles in a while, but here goes. Sorry, I saw a meme the other day that was like, remember back in the day when we used to blow on a cake and then eat it? Those were like good days, or like whatever. Like, you can't do that anymore. You can't. Oh my god, we're gonna get coronavirus. Don't do it. Gonna be back in quarantine. What the fuck? Mineo took a deep breath and blew out the candle. I mean, seriously. We thought nothing of... I think that was the meme. It was something like, remember when we thought nothing of blowing on a cake and then eating it? Like, like, seriously? Nice. You did it in one try. It was one candle. Oh, darn. We should have taken a picture while it was lit. Hey, can I light another one? Of course. Go ahead. After taking photos of the cheetah shizushi and the roll cake, Mineo nodded in satisfaction. I got something new to brag about. If you start posting about this online, I'll delete those photos. Wait, don't do that! Fine, fine. Just see them for myself. No, Spacey, sweetie. Let him brag about, look, my girlfriend made me a cake. I'm like so fucking happy. Because it's when you like, got something else to brag about. You are not posting anywhere online that I had sex with you, okay? Seriously, that's the line. Post about your birthday all you want. Except for that. Hey, people could still see them. Mineo picked up his chopsticks, but didn't move them. And that's what I don't understand. Now she's like, oh my god, people see that I was nice to you. Are you embarrassed to be dating him? Should be like, yeah, post those pictures. Fuck, I'd be posting them. Look what I did. Have done that, not gonna lie. Gosh, this is too beautiful to eat. I wish I could save it for later. I'm happy you think that, but I put a lot of work into it. Please eat. Okay, this looks great. Let's eat. Mineo scooped some of the cheetah shizushi into a smaller plate. Cheetah shizushi. Okay. Whatever, at this point. I watched as he lifted the food to his mouth. I hope it fits his palate. As I watched expectantly, Mineo's face broke into a wide grin. It's weird to say fits your palate. Like, I hope it suits your palate, but fits? You know what? I've never just heard it. That's why it just threw me off for a second. Yum! There's some meat on top of the veggies. It's just the way I like it. Thank goodness. I didn't want you to wait too long, so I chose a recipe that was easy to make quickly. But I was worried that it might be too plain, so the seasoning took a bit of work. Plus, this roll cake looks really fancy, but it's my favorite flavor. I'm so spoiled today. Just wait till later. Mineo admired the cake from different angles while he munched on the cheetah shizushi. Wow, I can't... The more it makes me say it, the harder it's becoming. I also have a gift for you. What? This isn't my present? I took the gift out of the bag and presented it to Mineo. I hope you find it useful. Thanks. Can I open it? No. No, it's literally a box with a bow on it. It's for decorative purposes. Why does everyone always want to open them? Please. I used to do really fancy decorating in my packages, like wrap them in like stickers and bows and like ribbon and all sorts of fancy stuff. And now I'm just like, it gets thrown in a fucking bag. So fucking lazy now. Mineo unwrapped the gift, then peered at the contents. Oh, new shoulder bag. The one that I have is really beaten up, so I was gonna buy a new one. Wow, you got exactly what I wanted. We did it, Kazuki! Kazuki had helped me find the item, and I thanked him from the bottom of my heart. Oh, he's like, you're like, I need you to help me with Mineo's present. He's like, I'm gonna get him a new bag. Oh, thank God. I never thought celebrating a birthday with my girlfriend would be this wonderful. Without a doubt, this is the best birthday I've ever had. It actually took me a long time to decide what to get you. But I'm glad I spent the time on it. It's worth it to see you smile. I would have been happy just spending time with you. You must have put a lot of thought into this. Hey, I know that you're supposed to keep private moments like this between us, but I want to shout how much I love you from the rooftops. Normally I'd be embarrassed to have him say that to my face, but today was Mineo's birthday. Plus, I didn't intend to let him win. Well, I love you even more. Oh, getting competitive, are we? All right, challenge accepted. I think it's actually kind of funny that it's like, oh my God, private moments like that. There is a difference between we're having a private birthday celebration, like, hey, this you could share. Like, look at the bag my girlfriend got me and look at the dinner she made me. Then, like, private moments, like, later. You know? It's just so funny that it's like, well, I know I can't, like, share pictures of the cake that you made me because it would embarrass you. Like, share pictures of that all you want. There's other shit you should keep to yourself, okay? And some people still don't do that. I could see that a fire had been lit in Mineo's eyes. I love how you hate to lose. The audacious comment made my heart skip a beat. Wait, this is no time to be moved. I need to figure out a comeback. What I love about Mineo is how cute he is. It's how funny he is. I love how funny you are, Mineo. Right, I get it. I know I'm not the handsome type. Just the comic relief. That said it was in the good ending! I frantically corrected myself as Mineo began to look downtrodden. That's not what I meant. You're always reading the mood of the room. Whenever people are feeling sad or grim, you make them laugh. I can't stop smiling when I'm with you. And I especially love that you do it because you're trying to be kind. Is that wrong of me? He's like, I'm not the handsome type. Oh, sweetie. You're adorable as fuck and sometimes downright beautiful in those CGs, like. Of course not. Don't tilt your head when you say things like that. She's too darn cute. Okay, time to reset. Now it's my turn. Get ready. Didn't we do this with Okazaki? Didn't we have this competition? I feel deja vu. All right. This feels like it's going to be a long battle. You're right. Might take all night at the very least. I know a way we could win. Aha, I have the trump card, and what's that? Just lunge on him. Let's have dinner first. Yeah. Well, I'm so happy right now. I wish this day could go on forever. What do you mean? It will. Mineo looked back at me blankly. Huh? How do you mean? Well, we can spend the next birthday together, and the one after that. I'd like to spend my birthday with you, too. Do you feel differently? No, of course not. I see. You said something similar to me before. Isn't it an obvious thing to say? Yeah, glad you reassured me. I wanted to ask why he looked so relieved. Where should I start on this cake? On the top? Or should I adventure from the bottom? It's not fucking Jenga! Mineo surveyed the cake with childlike wonder. Jenga cake? Ooh. That could be like such a fucking mess, but now I'm intrigued. Someone make that. It's not a game where you need to stop it from falling down. See? Okay, gotta start from the top, like a man. Here, you should have some too. Oh, Mineo. Oh, Mineo! Like, what kind of weird sitcom comment was that? We finished dinner, then washed and put away the dishes and cookware. I feel like every once in a while her comments are like the dumb. Like, oh, Mineo! Is that wrong of me? I want to have fun with you. Like, sometimes the things she says, I'm like, just in the back of your head, you're like, this just sounds like utterly fake and kind of stupid. I think it's just, I wouldn't mind anywhere. It's just the constantly being embarrassed, and it's like, ugh. So now I'm just gonna nitpick her. But, like, most of the other characters are fine. She just every once in a while says things that you're like, that sounds so forced and fake, and like somebody who doesn't know how to write human beings wrote that. Like, does anyone actually say shit like that? Wow, it's already late. It's about time for you to go home. I'll walk you back. As Mineo said that, I knew the moment had come. Oh, Mineo? I actually have one last gift for you. Oh, girl! No way. This is already a dream come true. What else could it be? If I said I wanted to spend more time with you, would you say no? Huh? Girl, you need to spell it out. I already told Kazuki that I wouldn't be coming back tonight. He's like, oh, that's cute. Sorry. I thought I was hallucinating for a second. You're not hallucinating. No, it's just, this birthday has been so amazing that I can't tell what's real anymore. What's about to get more amazing? She's probably I just want to spend the night here. I'll sleep on the couch. Okay. I sided up to Mineo, leaned into his ear, and yelled, "This is real!" I sidled up to him, kind of leaned in his ear. I thought she was going to get all sexy, and then she just screamed at him. Beautiful. Gah! Mineo recoiled and blinked at me several times. Huh? Are you serious? I saw this coming, but it really shook him. I even prepared to stay the night, but maybe I jumped the gun. This was different from the other night. It would be my first time sleeping in the same bed. Girl, you ain't gonna be doing sleeping. Look, if it's a problem for you, I'll just go... No, wait, please stay. Really? Of course I want you to stay over. I always miss you as soon as I drop you off at home. We'll be together all night. I can't believe this day has finally come. I'm all choked up now. Okay. I imagine, like, you could take this both ways. He's like, oh, God, I'm finally going to get laid. And she's like, oh, whoa. No, buddy, not there yet. Or he's like, oh, good. The girlfriend's just going to stay the night and it'll be nice. And we're like, no, we were going to have, okay, sure. Like, you could really go that he's thinking either way. Honestly, with him, it's probably like, girlfriend's going to stay the night at my house. It's going to be nice. Like, we're going to have a slumber party. Oh, sweetie. You poor innocent thing. But there's no guarantee you won't get called away again, right? Turns off phone. That's right. God, Buddha, Lord, Date Masamune, please be on my side for today. Could you imagine? Right as you're about to get busy and then he gets called and he's like, seriously? And you're like, pat him on forehead. It's okay, sweetie, go. Mineo clapped his palms together in fervent prayer. I offered a silent prayer, too. I guess you'll want to use the bed then. Want to take a bath first? We should take one together. You can go first. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Again, we should shower and take a bath together, it would say. Just like, they're not there yet. Mineo clumsily shuffled off to the bathroom. I was so nervous. I leaned on the table and caught my breath. It's just so fucking funny how awkward it is. Like, oh my God, I just want to say, oh my God. Fucking nerds. I'd never been so forward with a man before. But that means we'll be together all night. The thought brought a wide smile to my face. I thought my phone rang, but it hadn't. Mineo's phone was on the table. It had buzzed with an incoming call. If it's Satake! With a twinge of anxiety, I checked the screen. Takiko? Who's Takiko? Wait, is this a woman? Takiko. I'd never heard Mineo mention the name Takiko before. As far as I knew, he wasn't acquainted with anyone by that name. There aren't any women in field ops. Maybe she's a colleague from the academy. Maybe it's his mother! While I wondered, the phone stopped ringing. There was an ugly feeling in my chest. Oh my God. Or his sister. Doesn't he have sisters? Does he have sisters? I don't know, but it's like, it's obvious. It's probably a family member. It's his fucking birthday. Spacey, I'm gonna need, I understand it's a woman's name. Oh, it's probably his mom and or one of his 16 sisters. It's his birthday. Girl. Do not. We're going to cause drama. Oh my God. I can see it happening. She's probably just a friend from his hometown. Mineo's lots of friends. Before long, Mineo came back to the living room. What you should say is, oh, you got a phone call. Your phone was ringing while you were in the bathtub. He's like, oh, really? Like, yeah, who was it? Yeah, I hope it wasn't, it's not Satake, is it? Oh, no. He'd be like, oh, no, it was my mom. Okay, normal human conversation, but she's not going to say anything. She's just going to fume and be mad because Normal people would be like, you got a phone call where you were in the bath. Hi, look at you with your hair all down. I hope it wasn't Satake, even though I know who it was. Or would ask, who's Takiko? Oh, that's my sister. Oh, well, she called while you were in the bathtub. Like, communication. Things that these games think that people don't do. I don't know. Oh, you brought a towel and pajamas. Yes. What's the matter? Nothing. Your phone rang. There you go. I failed to completely mask the irritation in my tone of voice. Mineo picked up his phone and checked the screen. Oh, it's Takiko. How very unusual for you to call a woman by her first name. Well, this one's special. That's when you're like, can we back that up? How? Have you known her for a long time? Yeah, you could say that. We used to spend a lot of time together, though not anymore. It's gonna be like his sister, but he's purposely fucking making it as awkward and anger-inducing as possible. He's an idiot. Oh, she might be calling to wish me happy birthday. Oh, that's so adorable. I couldn't hide my shock at the way he happily spoke of this Takiko in front of me. I'd been like, you should know his family's name at this point, but I mean, they must be close. I'd allowed myself to think that I was the woman who was closest to Mineo. I'm feeling jealous right now. Again, he is being a fucking moron. Because normally he'd be like, Takiko, have you known her long? Well, duh, it's my sister, idiot. Like, right? Or, you know, yeah, it's my grandma. Oh, she's a little old lady that lives in my normal people know how to do that. But again, at this point, when he's saying this, you'd be like, so like, who is she? Like, childhood friend, little old lady next door, cousin? Like, who is this? Oh, it's my... And that's where he explains. But she's not going to ask, and he's going to keep saying shit, and it's going to... Oh, my God. I know we have to put these things in for the drama purposes, but I hate it because it's like, human beings know how to communicate. Oh, I hate it. It was nothing to be happy about. I was surprised to feel this ugly emotion for the first time. It made me ugly. Again, and you're going to get jealous of things, but easily communicatable to figure out what's going on and not be jealous. I think I'm going to go home. Huh? Why? I can't look like this for you. Wait, what? You're super cute, though. I stuffed my bath towel and pajamas back into my bag, then stood up. Mineo blocked my path. Again, communicate. Just wait a sec. What's wrong? Ask yourself that. I turned away from Mineo. Again! Girl! Learn to fucking communicate! Also, he's an idiot. I mean, both of you are fucking morons right now, and I hate you both. Oh, it makes me so angry. Because it just makes us as a woman look like we're fucking irrational and psycho. Like, oh, I'm so jealous. Everyone gets jealous. It's okay for other, like, you're gonna get jealous if your boyfriend's like, oh, I'm talking about this girl. But that's when, as a fucking adult, you go, so who exactly, I'm sorry, who is this? I don't know. It's just feeling a little jealous right now. So if you could just explain. Okay, cool. Can we just work this out? Like, feelings of jealousy are natural. They exist. It's okay. It's okay. But you have to act like a rational fucking adult and be like, so who is this Takiko woman? Like, and because there are going to be people like him who are completely clueless, and he's like, oh, she's adorable, this is a great birthday, most important person of my life. Okay, I'm going to need you to just, I'm going to need you to explain who this woman is, because, like, the way you're talking about her is making me feel a little bad right now. So could we just discuss this, maybe? And maybe I'm being irrational, maybe he's being an idiot, but now she's just going to storm off in a huff and pine instead of communicating with the person that she loves. Look, you know he's an idiot. Like, hi, idiot. Shit like that makes me feel like crap. Alright, no, we're just gonna be a dumb fuck. Anyway. Sorry, it's not you, it's me. I'm completely fucking stupid, and I don't know how to communicate and just tell you that I have a problem with you talking about Takiko, and instead of asking you who she is, I'm just gonna storm out in a huff and then make you feel bad and apologize, and then I'm gonna look like an asshole, and like all women are complete irrational psychopaths, so. You haven't done anything wrong. I filled in some of that. I tried to push past Mineo, but he caught hold of my arm. Well, thank God he's smarter instead of just letting go. Seriously? What's up?
should I not have taken a bath before you?
That's not why I'm angry.
Then what is it? Is it because I got all embarrassed about you staying over?
I mean, he literally a fucking moron. You're talking about another. But it's because he's thinking, oh, she's like 80. Like, no.
I don't see anything in the room that would upset you.
Mineo furrowed his brow in thought, but Takiko never occurred to him. It should have been obvious enough from the conversation. Again, she's probably like an 80-year-old woman or some shit, or a sister. In a way, this was shaping up to be a story in which Mineo had done nothing wrong. Yeah, but again, are you gonna fucking hike up your tits and tell him why you're mad?
Oh, I know. Are you mad because I ate the last piece of cake?
And this is why women are like, men are stupid and they don't understand why we're mad. Because he's trying and he's being an idiot, but you could just be like, who is Takiko? I'm upset because it's making me feel a little jealous. I know it's irrational, but I can't help how I feel. And he'd be like, oh, dude, she's like an 80-year-old woman or she's my sister. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Yeah, it's okay though. I get it. I should have told you that. But instead, we got to make me spend 30 hours fucking being so angry about that. Oh my God. So frustrated. Anyway. No, not that. I'm talking about this Takiko person. Here you go. Thank you finally for saying it. She's special. What's that supposed to mean? I finally let it all out of Mineo, oblivious as he was. I'm glad she communicated though, because normally she would storm out.
What? I mean, you know about her already. Talked about her a bunch of times.
We have? You're lying. You've never mentioned her before.
I'm not lying. She's like a super duper cute pest I can't get rid of, so I worry about her. And I asked you for advice about her before, remember?
Wait. He'd asked me about something like that once. Don't tell me. A girl, 11 years his junior, who was starting her first year of middle school.
You mean your little sister? Yeah, see, you do know her.
Told you it was like a little old lady or his fucking sister, but like, but all the things he'd said, why wouldn't he have ever mentioned her name? And again, why wouldn't you just be like, who is this person? And then he would have been like, my sister? Oh, never mentioned her name. Could have done this an hour ago. I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. You never told me her name.
Huh?
Didn't I?
I mean, he's a fucking idiot, so no.
This is the first time I've ever heard it. Oh, I get it now. You're mad because I was talking about a girl you didn't know, calling her adorable and special.
I completely had the wrong idea. Yeah, duh. Now I wanted to run home for completely different reasons. Mineo still held onto my arm. But please forget everything I just said. I pleaded meekly with him. This would absolutely be perfect. She's like, who is she? Because I feel a little jealous. And he'd be like, my sister? Oh. And he'd be like, dork. And you'd be like, asshole, not telling me your name. And then everything would be okay. And we both look like idiots. But no, now we just look slightly irrational. Like, slightly over-exaggerated instead of communicating, but...
No, I'm happy that I made you super jealous, and I won't ever forget it.
That's mean.
Don't you know? Boys choose the girls they like.
No. That's so wrong. It's what we were always told growing up, but it's so wrong. I glared at Mineo in frustration, which only made me smile wider. You can tease your friends, but just don't. When you're in that comfortable relationship and you tease them and they tease you and it's okay, don't just tease people for the sake of it. It's stupid. I've never felt that way before. A girl called your phone, you called her by her first name and said she was special. I didn't think it would make me hurt that badly.
It's all your fault, Mineo. Damn, you really know how to slay me.
Mineo put a hand to his face and sighed. Then he looked at me with a serious expression. Well, now we're going to get serious. He's going to show us just how much he loves us. Maybe.
Well, we cleared the air now. Are you still leaving?
I'm going to use the bathroom. He finally let go of my hand. All right, I'm going to stop here because we're over time. But anyway, maybe we'll have... I swear to God, if these two don't get it on, it's going to be like, what the fuck? We've been, fucking around with all of our other boyfriends. I'm just saying, but... Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.